Good morning. Welcome back. And welcome to my kitchen in my house in Victoria, British Columbia. Hope everybody's well. I wonder if you got a chance to see my video on Audiophilia's favorite cartridges. It was on about 7 or 8 months ago. It's got about 35,000 views, so a lot of you have watched it. Please have a look at that video if you haven't seen it before. I'll link it below. And it goes through cartridges from the Audiophile Red, $99, right up to, I think it's the most expensive one was the $11,000 titanium from Clear Audio. Today I'm going to talk about something different. There was something for everyone in that video. So if you didn't have much of a budget and you're just starting off, which we all did, Audiophile Red or Audiophile Blue would be a great starting cartridge, moving magnets. Today is a completely different kettle of fish. These are very expensive, handmade boutique cartridges from Japan. And we have 5 to show you today. I'm going to show you pictures because some are on the arms. Some I'll be able to show you a real close-up of the cartridge. Very expensive and all very low output, moving coil. And that old axiom in high-end audio and analog applies. You do get what you pay for with cartridges. And you can get very good sound from a moving magnet and a good phono stage or your receiver with an Audiophile Red or an Audiophile Blue. But when you get into the moving coils at the upper levels, you're going to get a completely different presentation. And once heard, it's difficult to unhear. So those of you who've heard them will know what I'm talking about. Those of you who have them know what I'm talking about. And those of you, especially who've heard them at length, will understand how they just slowly reveal their magic to you. If you have the right ancillaries, a really good phono stage, a good turntable, a good Tonearm that matches well, and if you've seen my video lately on step-up transformers, you'll get a chance to see how important they are, I think. And I've got a doozy in the IKEDA Labs IST201 that won the shootout out of the 3 very good sets that I auditioned. Anyway, let's begin with the IKEDA 9 Mono. I'll put all the information and the prices on the screen, so if you want to follow up, you can. These are handmade by IKEDA-san. That was before, that was up to about 2011 when he retired. Then it was taken over by people that he nominated. I think also his daughter who apprenticed with him. Most high-end audio cartridge designers in Japan studied with IKEDA. And his Tonearms, his transformer, and his cartridges are second to none. They really are wonderful. So this is the 9 Mono. The reason I have the 9 Mono is because my Mono, the Miyajima Labs Infinity MC Monaural Phono Cartridge, which is $37.50, expensive mono cartridge, superb conical stylus. That's in the cartridge hospital because the diamond tip broke off, unfortunately, or just dropped off, so the actual cantilever is still intact. So that's getting retipped right now, about $300 by Groove Tickler on Instagram. So I'm looking forward to getting that back. But in the meantime, my friend David Jensen, who's the importer for IKEDA, Red Leaf Audio in Canada, sent me this 9 Mono, probably expecting that it's not going to go back. That's what he usually does, sends these wonderful products, and then they don't leave. But let's look inside. It's come with a beautiful wooden box. We get the paperwork. All the information about it, and most importantly, the stats. And in the box, you have the cartridge and the hardware. And here it is. Let's see if we can get that stylus guard off so you can get a chance to see what it's like. That's it with the stylus guard. Now, off comes the stylus guard very carefully. There you go. Let's put the stylus guard back on. Absolutely. I'm not sure if any of you have launched a stylus. I haven't yet. I'm hoping never to. Anyway, there we go. The IKEDA SoundLabs 9 Mono in their beautiful wooden boxes. And that's in for review. And the review will be out early 2025. And if David has his way, that won't be going back. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's stick with IKEDA. This is the IKEDA SoundLabs Kai. Kai means herald in Japanese. Beautifully produced white box cover. We have the warranty. Here's the box, beautifully made. Looked like it's walnut. So inside, we have the IKEDA stylus brush and the stylus guide and the hardware, and it comes in a box like this. And I'll put it on the screen because it's actually my new reference and is on my new Symphony, Pure Fidelity Symphony turntable. It came like that. John Stratton brought over the Symphony for review, and the IKEDA Kai was already on it, and I fell in love with it. It was absolutely beautiful. So much so that I asked David Jensen for an accommodation price. He was very generous, and I purchased it. Much to my friend, the Phasemation importer, who said, "Why did you kick Phasemation to the curb?" Well, I haven't kicked Phasemation to the curb. Anybody who knows me knows I've had the Phasemation PP2000 for several years as my reference. I love Phasemation products. And there's an end game here. Eventually, I want to end up with the IKEDA PP5000, which is a very, very expensive cartridge. So there's method behind my madness here. But there's no doubt about it. The IKEDA is different. It's $9,600 US retail. My PP2000 was $8,000 retail. $6,000 before my review. When my review came out, it was $8,000. Go figure. These companies, man, they love their reviews. Anyway, it was deservedly $6,000. $8,000, I'm not so sure. But is the IKEDA Kai $1,600 more better than the Phasemation? How can you quantify these things? When you get to this level, they're just different flavors. And it wasn't like I just wanted a new pretty face, although the IKEDA Kai is a very gorgeous little nugget of blue alumite. It's an alloy of aluminum and obsidian and iron, and it's absolutely gorgeous. But it does do some things significantly well. And my review is coming out early 2025, so look out for that. But I did buy this one from David at Red Leaf Audio, and I'm incredibly happy with it. Next up is the PC1 Supreme Phono Cartridge by Airtight, that legendary Japanese manufacturer of beautiful amps, preamps, lots of tube gear, and also phono cartridges. And this one retails for $12,975 US. So it's in a beautiful package. Have a look at that. Looks more like a Christmas gift than a birthday gift. Let's open it up and see what's inside. The hardware. Then we have another beautiful wooden box, and it slides out like this. And there it is. So here's what it looks like. Gorgeous little gold nugget. Airtight PC1. The back. Now, of course, I've only heard these briefly at shows, and they were magnificent. I'm going to really enjoy doing a deep dive. Take a little while. So the review will probably be out, well, definitely in the new year, but I'm not sure when. Early in the new year. There's the stylus. Boron cantilever. $12,975. 1 ohm impedance, 0.4 millivolts. Tracks about 1.9 to 2.2 grams. Let's put the stylus guard back on. Goes in quite easily. Next up is the Analog Relax EX1000 Hi-Fi Moving Coil Stereo Phono Cartridge. Made in Japan and produced by Zoot Communication. I think the gentleman who makes these and designs these is a big fan of Zoot Sims. Okay, let's have a look what's inside. It's always exciting opening up a cartridge box, especially one of this lineage. There it is. Paperwork in English and Japanese, of course. User precautions, as always, directions. A little about this cartridge. It is made out of, well, the body is made out of 2,000-year-old Yakusugi cedar. They can only use trees that have already been cut down. They can't cut down any new trees. Or I guess old trees. Cantilever is ruby, and it's got a super curved line contact stylus. And it retails for, I think it's $16,000 US. Very expensive. There's one above this, actually, the EX2000, which I'll get to review at some time. Let's take out the box. And open sesame. Interesting. That was upside down. And it was in there like that. So there's the stylus guide, this massive heavy metal stylus guide with some tape over it. So let's have a look at it first before we... This is just a straight box. And here's what it looks like with this heavy metal stylus guide on. So I'm just going to take the tape off very carefully, very gingerly. Let me show you what the bottom of the cartridge looks like. You can see how well guarded the stylus is. So let's slide this out very gingerly out of its very beautiful stylus guide. I've never seen one like that. There's the top with the 2 screws. There's the stylus. There's the Yakusugi wood. Oh, it looks beautiful. It's covered, has a beeswax cover. There we go. So this is supposed to be an exceptional cartridge with, of course, the wood body affecting the sound. And just like African blackwood, cocobolo wood, snakewood, and this one, Yakusugi, they all make a difference to the sound. I've only heard this one on half a side of a record. It was gorgeous. I'm looking forward to hearing it in my system, on my Tonearm, with my turntable. And my electronics should be a lot of fun. $16,000 is definitely going to max out the system, but we'll see if it's worth that. Again, the review will come out in probably late January, February, maybe even early March, depends. I mean, writing cartridge reviews properly takes some time and effort. So I want to make sure we do them right. And I want to thank Angie Lisi, my friend Angie Lisi, for many, many years in the business, for sending me both these cartridges, the Airtight and the Analog Relax, both very expensive cartridges. And for Arnold, her shipper, to ship them so beautifully. My God, you won't believe when you get stuff from American Sound, how well it's shipped. So thank you, Arnold. And I'll put Angie's information up if you want to do a follow-up. Again, all the information is going to be there. But boy, I cannot wait to do these reviews. So that's it. Japanese luxury phono cartridges. At least my 4 or 5 favorites. Now, of course, there are hundreds that I've not heard that I would love to hear. Let me know your favorites in the comments below. Yes, they're very, very expensive, but you have to pay for quality. If you get a chance, please like and subscribe, and stay well, and we'll see you in the next video.